What's up, everybody? 7 o'clock. I'm punctual. Look at that. Woo! Got an action-packed show tonight. Action-packed. Shut up, Jim. How's everybody doing?
What's up, everybody? 7 o'clock.
We got my monitor was on too, so I could hear. We'll make sure that everything was being broadcasted correctly, and it appears to be, which is good. You can comment, and our special guest will be able to talk to you and all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do is, because it's something new, it's brand new. Got two special guests so far tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring both of them on, which they don't know, and then I'm going to interview one, and then the other one's going to kind of chill, and they'll bring the other one back on. But first, all the way from Virginia Beach, our good friend Matt Potter from Chicho's. You're this way. Matt, say hi.
Hey.
And then also then our good buddy Bennett Wales from Bennett Wales and the Relief is here as well.
What's up? I'm playing Halo.
Dude, that is a great tank top, man.
Thanks, dude. I'm kind of like in
American.
quarantine to reinvent myself a little bit. So
You look great, dude. I didn't know there was gonna be costumes. I would have worn something.
this is real, dude. This
Oh.
is just a costume.
Oh, this is a way of life. I love it. Oh, look, you play Halo. I'm gonna talk to Potter, and then I'll bring you back on. All right?
10-4. 10-4, good buddy. 10-4.
Matt Potter, Chicho's. How you doing, man?
Doing great. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing
I'm using
great.
I'm using my daughter's earbuds, so it looks a little weird. I feel like I'm in something about Mary.
Trying to keep it PG. I love it. Matt Potter, Chicho's owner, proprietor for Matt. You probably see him at the 20 Ninth Street store. Matt, tell people about yourself. Tell them stuff they probably wouldn't know.
Well, actually, I'm not from Virginia originally. I'm actually from Maryland. Grew up in Damascus, Maryland. It's like the upper Montgomery County area, a little suburb of Baltimore and D.C. Moved down here in the Navy, actually, for the Navy in 2000. Joined the Navy, did 4 years. And then I was actually working at Chicho's part-time as a cook. And then
Nice.
worked my way up.
Good deal. And then the opportunity, obviously, I mean, you guys have grown very fast in the last 5 to 10 years or whatnot. What do you guys attribute the growth to right now?
Yeah, we got a good employee base, good managers, and obviously the customers. They support the heck out of us, and keep the wheels turning as well.
That's great, man. That's great.
We wouldn't be where we're at without the customers.
You guys have 6 stores now. I know Norfolk just opened up. For Granby. You guys were down at ODU for a number of years. Am I correct about saying that?
Yeah, that was. I want to say ODU was. I want to say probably like 8 years ago. That went away. My current partner's Ed Sakunis. He owned that, and then sold it to another guy. And then he sold to another guy, and then just kind of dropped off.
I got it. So are we gonna see what's gonna be like the next Chicho's? Where are you guys thinking? Are we gonna move out of the Hampton Roads area up to Richmond, down to the Outer Banks? What are you thinking?
Not yet. It's on hold a little bit right now. We want to get through all this coronavirus stuff, and there's some opportunities that have been brought to our table, but we're not going to jump on it yet. We want to kind of get our bearings aligned and really get things tightened up before we go crazy with it.
Gotcha. So let's talk a little bit about Chicho's. Obviously, you guys are always known for your spicy, the spicy pepperonis and whatnot that you guys have been throwing down people's throats for years. But like you guys, obviously with the 6 stores, you guys have a pretty good online ordering operation. Why don't you guys talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, go on chichospizza.com, select the store that you want to do on the online ordering, pick up or delivery. Right now we do have 2 of our stores, Granby Street, Shore Drive, and Granby Street and Shore Drive are actually open at 4 p.m. during the weekdays now, just due to all this. It makes sense operational wise, but you go online, pick up or delivery. We got a special page there as well. You can order some great specials, or you can just order as you please.
Very good, very good. What is the number one seller at Cho's? Does it vary from location to location, or they're all pretty much the same?
I mean, obviously, pizza's our staple. You know, who's not going to order pizza when they call?
But is it
we actually
spicy pep? Is it spicy pepperoni like the number one, or what's the number one?
Yeah, I mean, pepperoni pizza you can't go wrong with. That's the classic. We do actually sell a lot of the. It's called the Virginia Beach Special. Obviously, in Chesapeake, it's called the Chesapeake Special. It's sun-dried tomatoes, sausage, garlic, onions, and mushrooms. It's a pretty good creation. Michael from our Chesapeake locations created that years ago, and it goes pretty well.
That's great, man. That's awesome. All right, so let's talk about some of the stuff you guys have going on. Like tonight, even you guys are doing the draft, but then also you've got some trivia stuff going on tonight as well.
Yeah, so give us a call for the NFL draft. You know, you can't go wrong with pizza and wings for football. Tonight and then every Thursday, our normal Thursday trivia company, Wicker Wizard Trivia, they are doing a virtual trivia. You download an app called Kahoot, and they give you a PIN number, and they'll actually be streaming live from their page, you know, as interaction and stuff. But they're going to do that every Thursday at 7 p.m. And you can actually still win a $25 gift card to Chicho's if you're the winning person or team.
Good deal.
So they'll actually be streaming inside of Chicho's, so you'll be able to see the little Chicho's sign in the background and everything.
Oh, sweet. So let's just talk about where the state of affairs that we're in right now. It's been about a month from, you know, kind of going through all this. How have you guys adapted from the delivery side? Do I got you? You got some video game going on there?
Let me move real quick. This is breaking up just a tad. Let me get closer to my...
Not a problem, man. Not a problem. It's, you know...
Yeah, let me make sure I'm closer to my router real fast.
Don't take your shirt off, though. Yeah, perfect, dude. Perfect. Perfect.
All right.
So how have you guys made that adjustment? I mean, you know, so many people, you know, associate coming into Cho's, having food, drinks, or whatnot, just to go strictly to delivery.
It's definitely been a different ball game. We were obviously, you know, built for delivery and carry out as it was. You know, the dine-in and bar side of it is a huge plus. But you know, we already had it established. We already had our online ordering. We already had established clientele. So it's been an adjustment, but we're actually, you know, we're getting more. And one of the big things I contribute that to is you know, the customers recommending us. There's that Hampton Roads delivery and takeout page on Facebook. It's got over 50,000 people on it now, and you know, that's been a big help to us in gaining new clientele and customers, and you know, people that have actually never had Chicho's before in the Hampton Roads area, which is shocking to me. If you live in
I mean, you know, the people can complain about Facebook all you want. I was talking to Kit Von Feck from Lindy's, and he was talking. He's like, man, he goes, we have people all the time saying, I've never ordered from you, but thank goodness for this page because we're sitting at home, we're looking for food, and it's been a godsend.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, and you know, gotten a lot of good feedback, and you know, we're lucky to have the people that recommend us on there, and you know, obviously my staff members and management staff are in there constantly, you know, commenting on people's you know, posts about where to get food from, and I think it's done. You know, I think it'll do a lot of good for other restaurants too.
Definitely. I mean, it's well, man, you know, it's depending on how we get out of this or whatnot. Obviously, we'll all still be here, and you know, the resiliency of your the company, and to be able to feed people because they got to eat.
So. Yeah, everybody's got to eat, and who doesn't love pizza? And you know, it's. I hope we get all get through this and you know, get back to normal. But you know, it's gonna definitely be some steps involved in it, and it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out.
Awesome. All right, Matt. So let's give away a gift card, as you said you want to do. We've got a comment section on the page so they can go through and comment. And Dave from Dave's Painting says, "Come to Williamsburg." By the way, he definitely wants you guys in the Berg. So
do I get to pick a trivia question?
Yeah, I think it's a good. You pick a trivia question. What we'll do is we'll get the answer because we're going to bring Bennett on after this. And we'll get the answer, and we'll kind of see what it is. I mean, I'm kind of interested in what kind of trivia question you got.
Let me. Do I have to make it right now, or can I think about it for a second?
You can, dude. You can think about it if you want to. You can. I can. I can
Actually,
bury
I
in
got a
this.
good one. I got a
Okay.
good one. Hey, minimize your browser and go back to Facebook.
Okay, hold on. Let's do that. All
It's
right.
gonna be a Chicho's history question.
Okay, so we're back at Chicho's. Let's go back here.
I just want to get off the actual web page itself.
All right,
Okay.
good deal.
Well, it will give away part of it.
Okay.
So the trivia question is, who was the original founder of Chicho's, and what year was it established?
It's
The
a two-parter.
original founder is gonna be a tough one unless somebody old school.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody gets that, then maybe do like the first person that gets the year right.
All right, let's we'll throw it out there. Matt, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you worked all day. It's been a little bit of time home with the family, but man, I appreciate you taking the time, and you guys have always been good friends. We're looking forward to Rockstars are looking forward to getting some live music back into the location as soon as we get up and running and everything is safe. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to get on today.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, brother. Thanks, man.
All right, later, bud.
All right, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
Get back to there. It's my big face. I swear that I don't have all these red blemishes. I don't. I've got nice skin. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's just the lighting in here. I think I've got some old school '70s lighting. Going to have to update the lighting if we keep doing this thing. Let's turn that ticker off here. Actually, you know what? Let's leave the ticker on there. But we'll switch the banner. You guys are getting some behind the scenes of some producing here. To our next guest, weighing in at 118 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, all the way from Virginia Beach, Virginia, Mr. Bennett Wales. Man, you look good. That's great, man. That's good. Hey, can you now? Is your phone? Are you vertical or horizontal?
I'm vertical.
Okay, flip it horizontal. See what it looks like. Can you flip it? Oh yeah. See, I wanted more
What's
Bennett.
that?
Dude, that looks great. You look amazing. Man, you look great, buddy. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Oh man, just living day by day, much like everybody else.
That's very good. Very good. And drinking water. No special pilsner. No brown liquor.
Not anymore. I did. I think a lot of people did get a kick out of watching me drink half the handle of Templeton Rye last Friday night, though, or Saturday night, on live stream.
Nothing wrong with that, buddy.
Playing
Nothing wrong with
music.
that.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Good deal, man. So, how have you been spending your days, my friend? You've been working. Tell everybody where you work during the day. I know that you work at and if you don't want to tell anybody, because you might have some stalkers out there, you don't have to. This is completely up to you.
No. My days, I work part-time at Vinyl Days. So Vinyl Days is still kicking. So if you're looking for some to beef up that record collection, I would definitely head over to Vinyl Days, because we're still Hampton Roads #1 record and stereo equipment store, both new and used. So I'm there until the afternoon, helping Martin out with trying to keep the inventory all straight and keeping things afloat over there. And then I started this thing when this pandemic started. I started this thing called the Song Shop, where people can request their own personalized tunes, and so I've just been doing that. That's pretty much been my day. Drinking,
very good.
Drinking a lot of bourbon and eating a lot of Moe's.
A lot of most. Have you been gaining the COVID-15? Are you up 15, 20 pounds? Where you at?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even want to know. I'm not gonna look.
All right, dude. So we'll go back for a little while, because I've known you for a long time as your booking agent, but let's talk about some people who don't know who you are, or go, hey, I've seen Bennett Wales before. Talk about your background as far as the music, early years, that kind of thing.
Well, I don't typically have a mullet, for those who don't know. But my music, I went to a military boarding school for high school. I started off, I was classically trained, classical music, sang with the Virginia Children's Chorus for a number of years, and then went to military school, started listening to really aggressive punk rock music, was listening to like Minor Threat and Against Me and Black Flag and all that stuff. Through my angsty years, through of course, my rebellious military school years. And then I got into college, and I actually didn't get the whole, a lot of the blues and, 70s, late 60s, 70s rock and roll thing that I love now, that I didn't really come to appreciate it until I was like, till later on, which, a lot of my friends were into that stuff, when they were younger, but I think I was able to appreciate it more at an older age as a musician, I guess. So I'm glad I discovered it when I did, but, and now working at a record store, I find new stuff every day. So lately I've been listening to a lot of jazz music because it's relaxing, and yeah, that's basically in a nutshell.
Will that be some Ron Burgundy? Are you listening to some nice flute, or are you listening to like what kind of jazz are you into?
Gil Scott-Heron I've been listening to. He's been heavy in the track. Miles Davis. Let's see. I've had like Bitches Brew on the last especially on Sundays, like on Sunday mornings. I love putting on Bitches Brew and just listening to it, making breakfast and all that good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Let's talk about the band, Bennett Wales and the Relief. Talk about as far as like the inception of that, and as far as how that came together, and where you guys are right now.
Well, so the Relief has been in existence for like three years, something like that. So we're still kind of a baby band. But we'd all of us played in a bunch of different bands. It's myself, Mike Fischetti, Drew Orton, Caleb Little, and Brock Bittner, and there's a video right there. Kind of just fell together piece by piece, I guess, really. But we, everybody's played in a bunch of bands growing up in the area, and then we all just kind of came together and made the Relief, and have played some really cool shows and opened up for some really cool bands that we all like and love. And obviously right now we're kind of just hunkering down, taking the opportunity to brush up on all the songs that we're getting ready to put out on our second full-length album, and working on the next one, writing a bunch of new stuff. So we've been as a musician, as far as like in this area, I mean, I know that obviously I've booked you a ton, 4 or 5 times a week, summertime, 7 days a week and whatnot. Yes, to go from like a steam train of playing, recording it, doing all these things to like literally a dead stop. How did that affect you as far as like emotionally, mentally, financially? I think we all kind of agree it sucks. Sure.
But as far as the other sides of it, how did it affect you?
I mean, obviously it's taken a huge toll on my day-to-day life, and what that was, what I was accustomed to, and my, schedule and all that stuff. So that's been, certainly being cooped up in my house all day long, or for a good chunk of the day, is not ideally how I like to spend my days. I'm sure everybody can agree with that. But it's, like I said, you try to take it day by day. Some days are better than others. There's some days where it's, you wake up and you're like, God, like, especially as a creative person, trying to find the motivation to keep churning, trying to remain creative and keep trying to pull ideas out from different things. A lot of my songwriting is based off of stuff that I experience in life. And because my life experience has been, spending a lot of time cooped up in my house, I'm sure there's probably about to be like a whole album of like really sad, depressing songs. But like I said, I try to take a day at a time, try to, find a refuge in playing music and playing guitar, doing the song shop, doing the occasional live stream. Just kind of Saturday night was really fun. I kind of dressed up as if I was playing like a huge show, and just like got on there and drank half a bottle of Templeton and had a great time. And And before I knew it, I was like, wow, I've been playing on here for like 2 hours. Like I need to like get out of here.
No, I mean, dude, I think that's what I think people like the normalcy as far as of that, how that goes and what that looks like. Hey, we need some sort of normalcy out there. I'm showing some photos from the 6 Feet Together stuff that you guys were kind of like the inaugural band to do the show up at Stage Right. Talk about that a little bit. I know that for a lot of you guys that don't know, Stage Right, owned by Dave Bell, who's actually a friend of mine who I used to tour with back in the 90s with Fighting Gravity and a couple other bands.
Such a good dude.
Doug Arbel, Bobby Alderman, all those guys out there.
Yep.
Some of the production sound crew, obviously with the musicians kind of taking the stop, they felt the hurt of this too, so they kind of came up with this idea of doing this soundstage. Talk about that as far as how it looked, and you guys were kind of like the first guinea pigs to kind of get in there and do that. How was that for you guys?
It was a wonderful experience, man. And it was really cool because everybody that was there working on it were all people that we knew and loved. So that makes it extra special and extra fun. We had Will Clark and Shauna Cunningham. They're good friends of ours doing all the camera work. They did the auto video. They've done pretty much all of our live videos they've done. So we had them there. We had Adam Daub, who's a good friend of ours, working sound. So, Wesley Corwin, all those guys, Dave, all those guys were guys that we worked, that we have all worked with in some capacity. So it makes it more comfortable because, like, honestly, I get more weird and nervous playing in front of a phone or a camera than I do in front of people. It's just there's just like super weird. So having those people that and have worked with before definitely makes it comfortable. But they honestly just made it so easy. I mean, all we had to do was show up, set up our stuff. They put together an awesome rig as far as the lights and the
man. It looks good. It looks. I mean, I'm very
I don't even
impressed
know
with
half the names of the equipment that they used, like the light walls. I can't tell you. But they just do an incredible job, and it was just a pretty seamless and fun operation. And they do a killer job, and they're doing a lot. There's a lot of other good local bands that are going to be doing. So I would definitely encourage people to check it out. 6 Feet Together. It's on their. It should be on Stage Right's Facebook page, I believe.
Yeah. See, let's go to their Facebook page here. Let's see if I can add that on here. There you go, Stage Right. You got to bear with him. We're still trying to. I keep saying we like there's a whole team
Your
of
team.
my team. No, it's just me. And literally, it's been spending a couple weeks to try to figure this thing out, and finally found a good platform for it. And the whole thing behind this, Bennett, is that to really kind of promo our friends that in the bars, the restaurants, and our bands. And two is that. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the other thing is too is that people might come to see you play, and they might not know who you are. So maybe taking the time to kind of do these little things to kind of get to know who you are. Maybe grab a couple new fans from this. It's something kind of fun. And obviously, I appreciate our friendship and our working relationship. You and the guys and you. So I've got one serious question, then we're going to go political after that. So. Okay, I know, because you guys are a very political band. So let me ask you this.
Well,
so, it being said, you are an original artist. How do you feel when you play covers? Because if no one's ever seen you play, you take a spin on covers, which is great. Is that you make them their own. So you're like any other artist, you kind of take the essence of a song, kind of twist it and turn it, and then kind of mold it into something that you want. Is that where you kind of feel it kind of gives you some soul and some heart into that? Or explain a little bit about as far as how you attach or kind of go to a cover.
Yeah, well, so obviously, when you're playing, when you're doing the more solo acoustic stuff, especially when you're playing in different spots every night, playing all these places to, typically up and down the ocean front, there's people from all over the place that have never heard you before. So you got to have something to hook them in, right? So you play something that they might know, but if I'm gonna do that, I have to like number one choose a song that I like really like, and number two, I have to like I want to make it. I want to make it my own. I want to give it my own spin and really make it fun to play. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
So sometimes that means turning a 2-minute long song into like maybe a 5-minute long song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff that I choose to like, I love, especially in the acoustic stuff, is putting like a soul sound on on a newer song, like doing like The Killers, All These Things That I've Done, or something like that, and putting like a soul spin on it. But yeah, that's kind of my jam. That's kind of what my that's kind of like my go-to, I guess. Just picking songs that I really like. I won't be playing like Santeria or Wagon Wheel or anything like that.
Yeah. You're not the jukebox acoustic guy. You're the guy that kind of plays the things that kind of lend itself to what you're doing as far with on the original side. I mean, like some of the songs that you cover are completely like out of the world. Like we're like, wow, man, where did that come from?
Yep.
How do you pick your songs that you like? Is it just kind of like are you in the music store going, that'd be actually a good song to do?
Yeah. Actually, that's pretty much actually exactly how it goes. Like I'll hear a song, I'll be like, I wonder if I could like doing like Roxanne or something. I was like listening to that record. I was listening to The Police, and that song came out, and like that's a more like acceptable song, I guess, to do acoustic, or something that people might expect more to hear that song acoustic. But I'm trying to think of one that I don't know. I can't think of any right now. But yeah, that's exactly how it goes. I'll just be like, I'll hear a song and I'll be like, I wonder if I could do, maybe incorporate that into an acoustic set. And I usually mess it up the first like 5 times that I play it, and then it becomes, then it becomes part of the set.
All right. So speaking of music, can we do a song or two? Is that in tonight's?
Yeah.
I hope you have like a guitar. Like I just happen to have a guitar, which you actually have a pretty nice guitar collection too.
I've got guitars.
I'm not going to tell anybody where you live. I mean, because he lives in Portsmouth, Virginia, so nobody will come and take. But Bennett, man, what are you going to do for us?
I'm going to do "This Land Is Your Land" by Woody Guthrie.
I love it, man.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that rhythm of highway, I saw above me hidden the skyway. I saw below me the Golden Valley. This land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining, then I was so left. All the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling. The voice was chanting, and the fog was lifted. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
I love it.
There's like 10 verses in that song, so I didn't do all of them.
It's like the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. You know, like I think
Yeah.
I remember back like in the '90s, somebody had bet me $100 to play that like complete song, and this is before iPads and like that. So like I had like an old school like music stand, like the metal ones, like set up with like 10 sheets of paper. Like turn the next one.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk. So we're gonna get political now, which is your favorite. Your favorite. I know it is.
It's kind of I like half hate it and half love it.
All right, so let's just talk about this pandemic a little bit.
Yeah. Let's
where do you think we are right now? As far as, do you think that this is the appropriate reaction to everything that happened? Do you think that like let's kickstart this thing? Give me your 2 cents.
Man, like Jack told Helen, there ain't no telling. I mean, there's a lot of different angles. I see a lot of different angles. Do I think that we need to? Do I think now is a good time to restart everything? No, I don't. I don't think that it is. I think that if we're not even out of the woods yet, and we're trying to, everybody. Listen, I get that it's hard. It's tough. It's tough on everybody. But it shouldn't be about me. It should be about we, right?
Mm-hmm.
This should be about the bigger picture. This should be about the long run, like the Eagles,
Mm-hmm.
In the long run, you'll find coronavirus if you don't lock down.
I love it.
Run. You know what I'm saying? So I think that until we see adequate testing, I think is really important, because now they're finding out that a huge chunk of the reason why this thing is spreading, and I'm not like a specialist in any of this stuff. This is just information.
Hold on, you're not a microbiologist? Are you sure?
I'm not.
Okay,
Listen,
well, that's sure now. Okay.
I know, like with the mullet and the American flag on top, you would think that I am, but
you got this Tiger King, Billy Ray Cyrus thing going on. I'm going to tell you, I love it.
Yeah. But,
if I want to see the next show like this is great.
Yeah, but from everything that I've been reading, they're finding out now that a good chunk of a good percentage of the reason why it's spreading as quickly as it is because of asymptomatic people that are still out and about and doing stuff. I don't claim to know what the solution is. I think that having adequate testing for people is really important to see where we stand. I don't think that now is the time to start opening things back up. I think that if we did that, we would see maybe a worse second wave of this thing,
What about the notion
of an earthquake or something?
What about the notion to quarantine the sick and not quarantine the healthy? Is that you have all these people who are sick, and as far as not, again, I'm no microbiologist either, but thinking about if you're sick, obviously you need to stay home, but you open these things up. Like, I'm a restaurant owner, and the places that we play at, bars or restaurants, in general, are shut down for takeout only. But you can go by Home Depot and Walmart and all these other places, and these places are safe. Microorganisms are not traveling when people are touching things. And then, record store, and people are coming home. I'm sure that if any microbiologist would come home to your house or my house or whatnot, and they would find some traces of COVID or whatnot. I watched this really. Yeah, I watched this rule. Oh, good.
I was just gonna say, like I said, yeah. I mean, obviously the sick need to be quarantined anyways, regardless, right? But like I said, a huge problem is, there's a good chunk of the population that could have this thing and doesn't have access to testing, or they won't test. If you don't have any symptoms, so you have all these asymptomatic people that are out and about, doing stuff. I couldn't sit here and tell you that as difficult as it would be to just keep everybody like locked away in their house until this. I know that could never happen. I don't think that that's what should happen. I don't have that answer. But before we start opening everything back up, to the way that it was before, if we are going to start opening things up, it's got to be handled correctly. leaders of the cities need to have, measures in place to make sure that it's done safely, if that's the route that, everybody decides that they want to go in. But just opening up the floodgates is not the answer. I know that.
Would you go to a concert this year? Would you go to the pit at the amphitheater, or go to movie theater? Would you go bowling? Is the question. Think about it. Like, how are you going to sanitize bowling?
Well, I know. Again, my look, right? You couldn't catch me bowling in a bowling alley before the
ever
started.
Ever?
Dude, I won't even go. I'm not even going to go on a cruise, because cruises are already just petri dishes.
That's just a floating petri dish waiting to happen. With all these people who got stuck on there, can't have that. I can't. Those are some bad calls.
Too close quarters. But as far as concerts go, I have half of me is like, would I not go because I'm worried about getting sick? Probably not. Would I not go because I'd be worried that maybe like I'd be contributing to somebody else getting sick? Yeah, like that would probably be my answer. So I don't know, man. There's, we're finding out new stuff about this virus every day. So who knows what we're going to know by the time fall comes around. Hopefully it's going to be all good news. Hopefully they'll find some way to effectively, treat this thing on a really large scale. But, it's hard to say right now. It's hard to say, where we're going to be as far as the live music industry is concerned. Even by fall, they just canceled, like the first like major fall festival just canceled. I can't even remember what it was called. Just canceled the other day. So we're already,
I personally think that I think the touring season is going to be done this year, as far as and just in general.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got movie theaters opening up in some. I think I want to say it's Illinois, Chicago maybe. But movie theaters are not. I mean, big movie houses are not going to release their movies because they don't want to open it up to a half house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I don't know.
Because I really do feel. I mean, as a working guy myself, like I feel for all these people that are out of work and who are. I mean, there's some people out there who are really having a tough time, and you give them $1,200. $1,200 only goes but so far. You know what I mean? So, the only way we can really persevere and make effective steps forward is everybody trying to, taking a step back, not thinking about themselves, and think about their, think about their neighbor. And that's the only way that we're all going to be able to, get through this thing and make progress in defeating this pandemic. It's terrible thing we're going through right now.
Last question for you. How are you doing on toilet paper and paper towels?
I actually never have paper towels here before. This is a bachelor pad, so
okay. And I've been in the crib before, so I understand. Yeah, so you guys are more like using the hand towels, wash them, that kind of thing.
Right. So we have hand. Yeah, I mean, for doing dishes and stuff, we just have a hand towel. Got plenty of TP.
That's good. All right, now let me ask you a question, not to get a little personal, but inquiring minds want to know: do you use the wet wipes as well, or just the TP?
I think I've only used the wet wipes once. It was at my friend's, and he's one of my friend's house.
As a kid, probably as a young baby, and you're probably like, "Wow, this smells great."
And it's really effective. It's
I'm going to tell you, as long as you don't flush them down the toilet, it's great. And I know this. Gosh, we just took a turn. We just took a turn. You can't flush them down the toilet. You can't flush. You got. But then, do you really want a wastebasket full of poo, pool wipe? And then, for you guys are bachelors. Would you want after a fun night and you're going home and hey, can I use the bathroom? And she opens the door and then there's
what is going on here?
And now, have you ever used a bidet? Maybe the bidet is the answer. Now, a lot of people swear by them.
I didn't really know what it was, to be completely honest. I was bidet ignorant, and I looked it up, and they actually have a video of first-time bidet users. If anybody's wondering, they have it's like a reaction video, but it's for bidet users. It's very funny, very entertaining.
Bidet users. Let's see if we can find it real quick, since we
Yeah.
have some. People using the bidet for the first time. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
dude! I just
It's like a
found it.
reaction video. It's like reaction.
Let's bring this on screen here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Name
that!
for itself.
Oh, we gotta skip the ads because there's ads here. So, hold on.
Oh, yep. This is the one.
Is this it? Let's see if we can get
This is the one. Yeah.
Can you hear that?
No, I can't hear it.
I wonder. Maybe it's not letting it here. Let's try this again here. Let's take it off screen. But hold on a second. We're gonna try this one more time.
Cool.
Be patient. Be patient, everybody. Be patient. Guitar sounds good, bud. Hold on one second here. Let's do the scare screen.
Should be called On Bidet.
Let's do
On
this.
Bidet.
Do this YouTube.
On Bidet.
Oh, there we go. I like it. I like where you went. All right. Let's see. Can you hear hear it now?
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, cool.
Berry issue is a common one for me with sort of my follicle situation.
I'm a little bit scared. I've never had anything in that area before, going up in that area before, so.
The butthole's just like an
I've seen bidets before. I've never seen one with so many buttons.
There's a wash on button that is very
I think we need to have our face on here for the reactions better.
The bidet on button makes no sense. It's like a face.
See, this is a kind of a complex
I do
one
really
too.
like this heated seat function. And I think this just needs to be like.
That's the Audi of
Full disclosure.
bidets.
I
Yeah,
left one in the
it's
chamber
top-notch
this morning
bidet.
so I could get the full effect here.
Did you hear what he said? He goes, I left one in the chamber.
So, how do you go on and press bidet? This is terrifying.
Here we go. Look at that thing.
Oh, gosh! Oh, wow!
Oh, Jesus, what the is going on?
Oh my god! What is this?
Oh!
Oh, God. Oh, that feels nice.
Oh my god.
Look, he's stoked.
It's better if you relax.
Wow, if you angle it, it can just get a, I am like right now, torpedo just like right in there.
We're gonna get flagged.
All right, getting a little bit more used to this.
I don't think so. I think this is good. This is good.
This is educational.
That is just
My bidet. My bidet. My bidet.
all right. Last thing. But tell me a little bit about as far as your songwriting thing. How can people do it? How can people donate? All that good stuff.
Yeah, so I've got an Instagram page called The Real Song Shop, at The Real Song Shop. You can send me an idea for your song. And it's all donation based, just through Venmo, PayPal, what have you. But all donations start at $0. So if you just have a cool idea, you can send it in. It's just for fun. Something to keep something to keep people's spirits up and helps me remain sane and stay creative through this whole thing. So it helps me just as much as hopefully it is entertaining for you. So
Okay, tell me that. So is it a website or is it on Facebook?
it's just on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Okay.
Instagram exclusive.
Okay, good deal. So what I'll do, I'll repost that in the comments
Yeah.
so people can definitely see it. And
Wow.
JB just said the bidet made my day. That's good. See,
Bidet.
people like
They
the bidet.
appreciate the bidet reaction videos.
Wow, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. The girl said
pretty
butthole,
entertaining.
which is kind of a little racy. Sorry for some of our younger viewers out there. Wow. Bennett Wales,
Cool world.
thank you so much for taking the time to
man.
be on I guess we're going with Rockstar 757. We haven't really come up with the name of this thing, but Jim told me to. He's gonna look. Shut up, Jim. He's gonna get me some coffee mugs with it on there, so I can I'll
Perfect.
send you a coffee mug for it. But hope you come back when we do this again.
Yes.
It's tell us your next time you're gonna go live.
I don't know. Probably this weekend.
Okay.
Which is, I guess that's tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow or Saturday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah.
Tomorrow's
Friday.
yeah. It's trust me, dude. Friday, Saturday, whatever. Let me know. What we'll do is we'll re-air it on our channel, and then that way we can get on there, and then obviously we'll put up your links for donation to Bennett or whatnot. And as always, you can always donate at Rockstar Booking on Venmo, and just be sure to put Bennett Wales on there, and we'll forward him that money. But Bennett, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, sirs. Stay healthy and stay safe and all that good stuff. And I will see you soon, my friend.
We'll get to it, buddy. Thank you, man.
Okay. See ya.
Bye, buddy. Woo! Bennett Wales. Look at that, man. That's how we roll around here. That's good stuff. It's good stuff. Bam! Kicking Bennett Wales from it. That's how you kick them. You kick them off the feed, which is crazy. Well, that's about it, guys. 45-minute show tonight. It's kind of lengthy. Sorry about that, but it was good. It was good to talk to Matt Potter from Chicho's and talk to Mr. Bennett Wales. What we'll do is we'll re-air this probably in a couple of hours, but you can always tune back into it on Rockstar 757, which will probably be the new landing page. So if you look up on Facebook, you can find it there. And what I'll do is I'll probably keep airing this on my personal page as well. And then we'll probably gonna add YouTube, maybe. I don't know. I keep saying we. It's just me. Like I've got two personalities. Well, can't give away all my secrets. If anybody wants to chat, I'll bring you on real quick. I can send you a link, and you bring. If anybody wants to hop on with me, if not, I'm gonna get off. I had one more guest, but I'm trying to stall because she's supposed to be here. It's a she. Supposed to hop online, and God, I cannot wait to get studio lighting because like this, I don't really typically have bags, and this is not a good. Let's see if we can adjust the lighting in here because I know I've got some lighting, some fancy lighting coming, but this is, this would be good enough for right now. I thought Jim was supposed to hop on tonight, but he didn't because he's a crappy friend, I guess. All right, let's see if we can adjust this here. Do we want to go? Is that better? Ooh, purple's bad. Blue? It's not too bad. Just that white is so harsh. So harsh with my look. Let me see if Jim's going to hop on. If not, we're going to pop off here because I was going to promo Jim's show this weekend for Running Shine. You gonna hop on? If not, we'll X that here. Oh, hey, JB wants to do it. Hey, JB, do you have my phone number? I don't think you do. I'm gonna send you, JB. I'm gonna send you a message via Facebook, and I'm gonna send you a link. So hold on one second. Bam, 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 bam. I'm gonna send you a link, and all you're gonna do is just use your phone and follow the directions. Give me a second here. New message. JB. Bam. All right, JB, follow that link, and you can figure that out. But if any other topic, you can comment all that good stuff and topics. Where's the comment section? Down here, down there. You just comment on this side. But it comes through on Facebook and all that good stuff, and we'll. Matt, nobody got Matt Potter's giving away a gift card. Nobody got the Chicho's thing. So I guess I'm getting some Chichos tonight then. Give Rob a call up at Strawbridge and Reed. That's my go-to. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Waiting for JB to pop on here and then I can bring him on. I'm just kind of stalling. Next week, I've got a national recording artist. I got some big people. I'm kind of proud. People are like, "Hey, I see what you're doing there. I'd kind of be interested in being on the show." I'm like, "The show? This is just me, just talking." But I'm like, "Let's do it. Let's make some magic here. Let's change the logos up there. Bam, there we go." I'm very disappointed. I had another guest coming on. I really wanted her to come on and talk about some current affairs, get her riled up. Uh-oh. Hold on. I think. Oh, there it is. Jamie, you got me? I can't hear you. Can't hear any talking. You gotta get your vocal mic. Turn it up a little bit or unmute yourself. Can't hear you. We can't hear you. I suck at pantomime. I can't read lips at all. I don't know what's going on. Did you follow the directions? Are you on your phone or computer? You got to be on a phone because your computer couldn't move like that. Is there like a little mute button on your on-off switch maybe? Man, your fan is really tripping me out too. I don't know if you guys know JB from Anthony Rosano and the Conqueroos.
What's up, man?
Hey, what was it?
It went to my AirPods that aren't in my ear, and like they're around. Maybe my kids might have had them on or something, but yeah, I totally don't have them. So
okay, so look, JB, I'm bringing you on because I want to talk about the bidet. You seem very bidet pro, so I want to talk about that.
Well, so like Brian, being in the military, my first duty station was in Japan.
Mushy mushy.
So you have limited options. And my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, had a toilet that was heated.
Oh, hold on, a heated seat?
Yes.
That's a game. That's a guy. I'd never get off that thing.
It's a little weird because while the seat is heated, everything else in the middle is not.
Interesting. Okay.
So anything in the bowl, anything that might hang in the bowl is not heated.
Interesting. So, okay, I got it. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
She's laughing right now. She can hear me. She's laughing. She's laughing right now, but it's true. It's a true story.
Okay, I get you. I totally believe you. Okay.
But the bidet thing, and even being in the military and being in all the other countries that don't necessarily have toilet paper, whether it's a bidet or just a pot of water that you pour in and that's kind of the way. Oh,
really?
That's me right there.
Hey man, this is we're doing some multimedia. You know what
I can see that.
What I love about this is that so when I'm old, but when I was very young, do you remember Olin Mills? I know they were big around here. Probably you didn't have them.
Olin Mills. Yeah.
Okay. So Olin Mills had this thing where they would take your photo and then they would put like this ghost photo of somebody else. So like you do it like with you and like your cat or your dog. And I did one with, I believe it was with my mom. And every time I see these photos, I'm like, man, this is nice. This is nice.
That's a real shot. That was when we were in South Carolina. Near Beaufort, South Carolina. Oh, me and my son.
Nice.
I got to perform with me and my daughter.
Nice. I got to tag you in this thing now because I've completely forgot now that you're on here. I've got to tag you in the feed. Man. I got to tag you in the feed.
Yeah, this is the photo. Like, look at his face. Like, I was probably playing something pretty awesome for him to make that face. I don't
just probably, to stop.
And then I'm wearing my John Coltrane like T-shirt. Like this is all around as an artist and performer and just performing with a legend like Ron Holloway. That's an amazing photo right there. Thank you, Alan Grossman, for taking that photo because that's a life-changing photo right there.
Hey man, you know what? I'm really digging the pants though. I like them. I mean, I'm more jeans guy, so I only wear jeans and a black shirt. It's kind of like a uniform. But I'm digging these. I'm digging these kind of denim green. I like those, man. Those are nice. Those are nice. Yeah. Hey, so you've been in the military for how long? How long you been in the military now?
22 years.
22 years.
That's ZZ Top right there. Yeah, man. 22 years.
Dude, thanks for your service, by the way. And you just re-enlisted like last year, right?
Yeah, so I'll be in for 26 total.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bring your dog on, man. I want to see him. Bring your dog on.
Oh. Now, my dog's really old, and he is...
Oh, you're not putting it down or anything, are you?
No, of course. No,
all right, good deal, man. All right.
He's a bulldog, and bulldogs tend, like, my parents used to breed bulldogs, and like their last litter was my first bulldog. I got to keep him, and he last. Oh, my wife's bringing him in. Here he is.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
Look at
Bring him
this
in the
guy.
frame.
Look at this guy.
Oh, what's his name?
Chief. Oh, here we go.
Oh, look
There
at
he
that. Man, he is stacked, man. I would not want to.
and
He's been,
he's 10 years old.
man, and man, that's any other dogs or just the one?
Nope, just oh yeah, he's a handful.
Awesome, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate you hopping on here, man. How you doing with this whole quarantine thing? Are you essential at work? Obviously, are you going in every day? Or are you at home?
Yep, at the Naval School of Music, we're still going full bore. Taking all the proper precautions, but we are teaching a lot virtually.
Oh, how's that?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Doing music over Zoom and whatnot. It's had its challenges, but we're still preparing people to go out and do the job that the Navy and the Marine Corps need them to do. So, we're still doing, like I said, and for any of the schools that the Navy and the Marine Corps have to do, we still got to send people out to do their jobs. To protect.
You can't sleep on that, man. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about this app called? I think it's called Kazam.
Jam Kazam.
Jam Kazam. Have you used it yet?
No. The Navy bands in general have been doing two things. First, we're using acapella, right? Second, what we're doing to record and push out videos, which we are doing, is we'll send out a guide track. So like I'll use a program like Finale, which is a music writing software, and it'll have like a 1 bar count off, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll have the melody line. And this is for anybody out there that's wanting to do that doesn't want to use acapella, right? You got to put like the melody line on there, and it's not necessarily because you don't know the melody. It's so that if you have instrumentalists playing with you that have to tune, so like a horn player, then they can hear and adjust intonation to that line. Yeah,
it seems still like if I'm using my Wi-Fi or Ethernet and you have a different speed or whatnot. Not having, being able to play together. I'm interested to see if anybody out there, if anybody has, please let me know, because I'd love to bring you on and talk about it, because it's kind of an interesting concept, and people have been talking about it for years. But maybe if the fact that if I had a metronome on my screen on the program and you had one too, that would keep us in timing and whatnot. But it definitely just seems like.
And Jam Kazam seems to be focused a little bit more on like, you have to put in your metrics on like what type of connection you have. But what I was talking about was that once you're done recording with that guide track that has a metronome and the melody line in there, then you send it in to me, and then I'll go on Final Cut Pro.
Got it.
Or Adobe Premiere, and then put everything together, because Final Cut Pro will align the audio for you automatically.
Oh, I know, because I will tell you that the acapella app. If you've messed with that before, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah, because I've seen some of your videos on there as well.
The 1 minute
up on
jams.
Facebook.
I've used Levi and Scott and a couple of local artists. We do 1 minute jams about every 10 days. Just to align with everybody's schedules. But
that's great, man. I just
acapella app,
Well,
and I think something like that is cool, like to do a collaboration in a way that we've never been able to do that before. I mean, we've been able to do it, but it's just we haven't had time to do it.
Well, that's that's the thing with coming out of this quarantine. I've been telling the bands is don't come out with that same set list, and you got time to practice, and it's time to do it. I think it was Elton John that said that. Elton John said that if I don't practice for one day, nobody notices. But but except for myself, meaning that he knows that, I mean, every single day you need to exercise those muscles. Like Louis McGee sits on his couch for like 45 minutes a day and runs through scales. I mean,
yeah, and you know and you know with Anthony and the Conqueroos, you know, I always and I preach this to my students. I'm like, record or listen to recordings of video or audio of your performances, because just like in the NFL, where when they're done with the game on Sunday, they come in on Tuesday and watch the game tape, right? Hey, what worked or what didn't work, or like my position on the stage, you know, during this part, or that lick that I played, yeah, that didn't work there, you know what I mean? Like, you got to watch your game film and make yourself better. And for what you just said is that we're not performing right now, but we'll go back to your last performance and play along with your last performance and see what you would do different.
Yep.
Because that happens a lot, man.
Yeah, you know, right in the beginning of the year, I definitely started seeing more people bringing out their phones, not just broadcasting, because you know the iPhone is only limited, especially when you are putting your phone out and trying to record a live show. It doesn't always sound great, but you know, people are coming out with.
I have an 11 Pro, so that
there you go. There you go.
Records in 4K.
Oh, but I'm just talking about the audio portion. Sometimes it overdrives. So you see a lot of people with Zoom recorders. You know, a lot of different ones, just having good audio, good video. Like you said, play it back like a coach. Like, hey, I didn't really like our setup here, or you know, hey, when you guys get up here, you know, because I think people forget about putting on a show. And you know, right now musicians are really stifled by the fact that they have to have one camera. They're sitting down, they're playing a show to make it interesting. You know, not to play for 4 hours. You know, hey, look, let me get in there, do 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and get out. Because this is the way that people are surviving right now. You know, we both know a lot of full-time musicians that this is all they do. You play with a couple of them, so I know.
Yeah, and you know what? For those of you that are tuning in, you know who Chris is, but you know he has done so much to help the musicians in our community, and booking gigs and getting us opportunities. So from me, thank you so much for all the work that you've done, especially when doing something like this to even, you know, have someone like me, side guy, on.
Hey man, this is impromptu. We didn't even plan this. This is great. So no, it's been fun. It's been fun to try to figure this thing out. And if I can, you know, introduce people to some new music and introduce people to some new restaurants and you know, talk a little, man. I'm all about it, buddy. Well, look, dude, I appreciate you taking the time to hop on here tonight, man. You and the family stay safe.
Hey,
and be good, my friend.
And please look up Anthony Rosano and the Conqueroo. He's got Anthony Rosano Music, Anthony Rosano and the Conqueroos. He's got a show coming up on the 25th where he'll be streaming live on YouTube. That's a change from Facebook. He's testing out. He's been testing out all week the YouTube. So please check out his YouTube channel, Anthony Rosano Music, and he puts on a great show. It sounds great. It looks great, you know. So please check it out. And thank you.
All right, buddy. Hey, man, I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, buddy. Bye.
Yeah.
All right. All right, man. That's a full hour. We're out of here. You guys have a good night. Bye.